Welcome to Powerful Potential and Purpose. And I'm Gloria, back today with a really powerful topic, fear of being alone. Have you ever felt that way? And I really want to encourage you to engage down below because I think this is a common theme for a lot of people, not having their tribe, feeling like they don't belong, they don't have a community. I see it more and more, and people tell me that too. And they're looking for friendships, and hey, I know what that's like. I move a lot too, so I know what that's like. And I've had situations in life where I've had so many losses and abandonment that, yeah, it brings up some crap, doesn't it? Is that you? Well, I want to talk about the fear of being alone because what you focus on, that's right, you're going to keep pulling that into your life because that is where you're living. You're living in that frequency. So if I was to sit today and think about, I have nobody in my life, is that really true? Well, of course it's not true, right? So you have to start looking at what is the truth in your life. And if I say, I don't know anybody where I live because I just moved here, well, no, maybe I don't know people on the level that I want to, but if you say hello to a neighbor or you talk to someone in the community, you know the people exist, right? Now it's up to you to take risk and be more vulnerable. That's right, you heard me. You got to take some risk and be more vulnerable. But when we've been hurt, we kind of shy back. And that comes from a place sometimes of maybe somebody did you wrong. Maybe somebody left you in life unexpectedly. I know that feeling. And maybe you're not trusting anymore to open yourself up to other people. Maybe you're making excuses that there's nobody like you out there. Well, you know what? That's a bunch of bull, okay? Because there are people looking for people like you. But if they don't know you're out there, well, how are you guys going to connect? And it's wonderful that we have internet and social media, but it's also a detriment because we sit behind our computers and our cell phones and we don't get out of the house enough. We don't go engage and meet people. So I want to know what's got you stuck. Why do you feel like you're so alone in this world? And how can we, as a tribe here, help support you and encourage you? Because you know what? We've got to start telling the people in our lives, don't let me hide. I have a bestie. And when she knows I'm going through a cycle or I know she's going through a cycle, we make an agreement. I tell her, call me up. Don't let me hide. Don't let me stay in a funk too long. And just because she lives like 9 states away from me doesn't mean she's not there in my life. So there's got to be somebody that you can be honest with and vulnerable with, right? And if not, well, then get out of your house and start attending things that you like. If you're not a churchgoer, then maybe a yoga class. If you're not into yoga, maybe an art class. If you like building and constructing things, go to the vocational schools and find different classes. But you need to put yourself out there. And when you do meet someone that seems like, wow, this is a nice person, tell them. How many times do you go out and compliment random people and make them smile? Well, I've made a practice of that. And you know what? It opens conversations, and then you begin to realize that you're passing on this wonderful energy, and then more people do want to get to know you. So you know what? We don't have to be alone. We can choose to be alone, and sometimes I do. But if you're alone and feeling lonely, then you got to ask yourself, what do I need to do to connect again? Why am I afraid to be intimate? Okay, that's right, intimate. Intimacy, being vulnerable and letting somebody see who you are. I remember years ago, a counselor had me do an exercise with my husband who had passed, before he passed, of course, and I just had to be quiet and listen. I had to open up, and he had to open up to these vulnerable places to just listen. And so many people are in relationships with spouses that they feel lonely and alone. Well, have you ever kind of just listened to your partner and found out, what is it that they're feeling inside, and then make a new connection with them and tell them how much you appreciate them? Very often the people closest to us, we don't even tell them how much we appreciate them. We don't give them gratitude. We kind of take it for granted. And so 2 people can be in a household and you can both feel alone. Is that true for you? So what if you decided to make a destination for where you want to be in the world? That's right, a destination. If you want to be more connected, if you want to have a tribe, make it a destination. If you're constantly saying, I have nobody, I have no tribe, nobody likes me, I'm just alone in this world, I don't fit in, well, then guess what? Yeah. So what if, just like when you go in your car, you hit the GPS for a destination and you know where you're going? What if you started programming yourself that way? What if you started opening up to a destination and a feeling of how you want to feel when you bring this into your life? Feeling very comfortable, feeling happy, feeling like, wow, I just met, a soulmate, all right? And it feels great. Oh, poo-poo, foo-foo? Law of attraction, no? Right. Well, you know what? You don't have to believe in that, but it is a frequency that you put out there. And I want to encourage you to ask for help down here. I want to encourage you to share things that you're doing to get out in the world, because it might give somebody else an idea. And maybe if you go do something you've never done before, like I remember years ago, I went into karate classes, and you meet different types of people, right? And so it may not have been something that I thought I wanted to do, but I did it. And so we got to think of things like that. Where can I go? What can I try new? Who might I meet there? And how exciting can it be to all of a sudden start to pull in one or two people that you get to do things with, that you could pick up a phone and talk to them and say, hey, want to go out for lunch or dinner? Maybe we can catch a movie. Maybe we can go to a drumming circle, whatever it is that brings you joy. But that's the thing. You have to focus on what is bringing you the joy in being connected with other people. And how are you going to stay motivated, to keep getting out there? Well, for me, I get motivated to reconnect with people, especially when I go to like inspiring kind of talks and lectures and stuff, and I meet people that are connected, And I kind of used to shy away from that, but not anymore. I'm taking risk. I'm walking up to people and saying hello. And that was not me years ago, It was like I was very introverted. Yeah, me. Okay. And so I want you to think about, how do you want to participate in this world? And everybody comes in with a gift in this world, everybody. And you could say you're not gifted and you're not creative and all that. And that's just all negative self-talk that you're taking forward. And that also puts up blocks in your life to meet and connect with other people. So I want you to think about, how do you want to participate in this world? If you're sitting in front of a TV all day long and you're watching, shows and news and stuff that aren't positive influences in your life, you're just going to start to bring that vibration, that frequency down into this spiraling funnel. So what can bring you up? What brings you joy? Do you like to dance to music? Well, get the music on in your house, get inspired through some dancing, and then go out. Go out, even if it's for a walk in nature. And if you see somebody, say hello. Don't just put your head down or be in your phone. These things, they're good for a lot of things, but they have also disconnected us from real life communication. That's right. Now, you may have tons of social media friends, but how many of them do you actually say, hey, I'm glad I met you here. How about we talk on the phone, or do a face-to-face if they live in your area, or do a Zoom call, a video chat, or a FaceTime? How often do you actually do that? Well, I do it pretty often, because I want to get to know people. I want to find out who they are and what they love. And when I do that, guess what? I find out we might even have another connection somewhere, or we might collaborate on a project or something. So you have got to be willing to be vulnerable, take a risk, and be transparent. There's going to be a lot of people that really like who you are. So what part of you is holding you back? Just you. That's it. Just you. Oh, I know. You've been hurt. You've been abandoned. You can't trust people. I can say yes to all of those, and I have had them. And I've gone through healing, and I have found ways to just, year after year, purge those losses in my life. And I look at nature every day. It's a life force energy, and everything works in community and collaboration. Well, if I want to feel connected, take a look at our planet. Take a look at Mother Nature, how she connects everything and everyone. And so learn from that if that works for you, okay? You know, there's somebody out there just like you. That's right, just like you. And they're wishing for someone to talk to. They want the person that likes to do the things that they do. Maybe they're a little more serious. Maybe they think about universal growth. Maybe they're really shy. Maybe they just like to write. Maybe they overthink. Maybe they're comedians, but they're afraid no one's going to laugh at them. There's someone just like you, wishing for a friend, a connection that they can talk to about these things. And so, you know, when I started coming out and talking about my spirituality and the soul purpose and what that really is, it's not a job or a career. And my guides, because I'm clairaudient, for years I wouldn't say I was clairaudient because someone would put me on medication, but I'm gifted. And once I started coming out and opening up a group in Facebook for other highly sensitive beings, guess what? We're building a community. Now, we don't live near each other necessarily, but we're gaining the confidence and being authentic in who we are. So we're not totally alone out there. But guess what? You can meet up with those people. I know people that, you know, create a destination kind of event or a meetup, and they meet their social media friends and they find out, like, you know what? There is other people out here like me. So today, this tribe here who follows me, this is a support system for you, all right? And I'm going to keep doing videos that I hope inspire you to find what it is you need, to find your purpose in life, to shine out there. Because once we know our soul purpose, that's your uniqueness that you brought into this world, we need you out there, not alone in your house feeling sorry for yourself. We need you out there to shine your light. So I hope today that this gave you a little bit of inspiration to just get out and talk to somebody else. You know, find a counselor if you need one. Find some event to attend. You know, I took a friend not too long ago to a Unity church, you know, feeling disconnected from something that she had to go through in life and remove herself from, and yet spiritually she needed a connection, but she didn't trust certain things anymore. So I took her to a Unity service and it blew her away. And she said, I found home. So find your home, not just inside your house. Find your home and find the people that want to be in that same space as you. And you know what? Take a chance. Go up to somebody that you would never think of speaking to and say hello. You know, I recently did that at a big event I went to, and, you know, there was some influencers there, you know, and I went up to one of the famous ones that some of you may have heard of, Les Brown. And God told me, go up and do a healing on his heart. Really? Like, that's going to make me stand out for sure and feel weird, right? But I did. So when you start trusting your gifts and the feelings you got and doing the things that you're being guided to do, guess what? You're going to be doing amazing things in this world. And as a result, you're going to be rewarded in different ways because the frequency is going to bring right in front of you something, someone that you've been looking for. And that's what happened to me that day. I turned around after being with him, and right in front of me was another person. And there was no space to really go around. And, you know, and I have felt alone a lot of times. And how am I going to get out there and connect with the people that have gone through the things like I've gone through? How can I do this? Well, I have to ask for help. You got to ask for help. And so standing in front of me in that moment, God literally gave me a gift. I could have bumped into this person. I could have said, excuse me. But instead I said hello. And it turned into a wonderful conversation and a connection. So you know what? Being alone is here. That's right, it's here. And it takes you, that's right, you, to get out and get connected with one person. Just one person, start with it, okay? And if that one is not your one, try again and try again. Don't keep putting yourself in this disappointment and self-pity and victim mode. It's not serving you. Because if it was, you wouldn't be feeling alone, right? So it is time for you to reach your potential. And I want to hear what step you're going to take and do to get connected so that you do not feel alone and that other people in the world get to see your gifts and your potential and shine your light, and you get to influence someone else that's going through something someday and changing their life. Now that's an amazing connection, and we all get to do that. High five together. Thanks for joining me.